If James Carp had a magic wand, he should probably use it to make himself vanish. The magician is being chased by nearly 30 performers who claim he hasn't paid them. They're hoping he has one last trick up his sleeve before he disappears.
I want to be one of those dancers that does something and says something and doesn't let people like James Carp just continue to just ruin something that for us is a part of our soul.
We'll find the evidence before you throw that.
Hands Up If You're Owed Money by James Carp.
I don't operate that way, and I really refute that, that suggestion.
Are you the only ones?
No.
I don't have a magic wand to make this go away, James, you know? I can't make it disappear. Veteran magician James Carp offers a feast of illusion draped in cabaret on Sydney Harbour. But disgruntled support acts are back for an encore, kicking up a stink, claiming Carp hasn't paid them for months, or indeed years.
We don't want this to continue. We don't want this to be a reality of our industry.
These 6 are part of a group of nearly 30 performers, here and overseas, who allege Carp owes them anywhere from a few $100s to a few thousand.
Is this actually a struggling cabaret, or is he just taking the piss?
Are you asking for a free ticket?
I hear nothing's for free here. James Carp was prepping for a dinner show when we put the performers' allegations to him. Why haven't they been paid?
Of course I'll pay people. I'll look into it.
James, can you say, abracadabra, here's your pay?
No, I can't say that, right? It goes under accounts payable, that's what you say, right?
The performers claim when they pressed Carp for payment, he threatened to sue them for speaking up.
He does make threats. He does make claims he's going to chase after you legally.
I'm not like that, to go sue dancers. I've always helped them, started their career.
Text messages provided by performers reveal an alternative reality.
I will sue you for damages, and you will have an enemy for life, and I will go after you legally. You are a terrible person. You will pay a price for this. That's defamation. Seriously. I will take legal action and seek compensation. What you posted is slander and defamatory. I can sue for damages and seek money. Defamation case against you now.
Lauren turned the tables on Carp before she left for London. She won a court judgment for nearly $1,500, but her money hasn't appeared.
He doesn't pay, it's so unprofessional, it's not worth it.
She breached her agreement.
Yet the court ordered you to pay her. How does that work?
I'll check into that. Yeah.
Breaching agreements is a common excuse for Carp not paying performers.
I do recall some of them have not fulfilled their obligations.
And that's why they weren't paid.
I've got to look into that.
It took me 2 months to work up the courage to leave, even though I would come home and get all of these messages from him about how bad of a performer I am and I shouldn't get paid for the work I did.
The sign on the venue wall should make all women feel safe here. But dancer Lizzie claims her boss failed to act when she was indecently assaulted by a male performer backstage.
I panicked and ran out, and another female performer had witnessed it happen and reported this to James. But nothing was done about that male performer.
I fired him.
So you are aware of it?
You bet, yeah. Yes. Okay. Of course I did. I have protected all staff for 13 years. You bet. I fired him.
Support acts paint a picture of a manic magician under the pump to keep the show afloat.
Chef had left, and so he was cooking all the meals.
I was going to say the part where he was smoking while cooking as well.
Yeah.
Just straight up darts over the Bain Marie.
When you were chefing, were you smoking over the Bain Marie?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Welfare concerns too for performers who can't speak for themselves. Has a dove died in an act?
No. Just come on.
What about the rabbit? Have you still got the rabbit?
No, the rabbit's retired.
The rabbit's retired.
Retired.
Because of injury or?
No, just got old.
Just
That's
got
it.
old.
Just didn't want to do a show anymore.
As it turns out, neither does James Carp.
To buy a ticket. I'm not giving you a free ticket now. You're gonna have to buy your own ticket to the show.
To the show.
And you've got to hurry up because I'm retiring.
Aha.
You know?
At least James Carp won't have to suffer humiliating reviews like these anymore.
Like, is he past his use-by date? Like, absolutely.
I think the curtain should have closed on him a long time ago.
Even if he paid you, would it still be worth speaking up?
Yeah. 100.
Absolutely, to save the hurt and the anxiety and the stress and the pain of anyone in the future having to deal with him. Yeah, like one more payday. And
Soon after this, dancer Ella did get paid by Carp. Well, it's not a bunch of hocus pocus.
All right.
You know, this is...
Thank you.
But the other performers are still waiting, hoping this magician has one last trick up his sleeve before his final disappearing act.
No, man up, James. Take responsibility for your actions.
We'll see, when's the final show?
I don't know. I've got to look into it.
Thanks for your time.
And just 2 of the 27 performers have now been paid. But James, the only thing we want to see you pull out of your hat before you retire is that money owed. Consider it your final act.